Welcome to our technical analysis for swing trading strategy series. My name is Eric. Be sure to visit our website at stockoptimassassin.com to get our free trade of the week video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. In this episode, we're going to look at using technical analysis to find big moves in stocks before they happen. The example we're going to use is a trade we took in our MTS or market timing service where we banked a huge winner in just a couple weeks. And in this trade, we use the TTM Squeeze indicator to find a volatility breakout in LULU. And the great thing about the squeeze indicator is the amount of information that you can see. So when we look at the chart, you can see I have the squeeze indicator here below the price bars. I have the price bars here on the chart. And then I have two other indicators on here. And the first one is the Keltner channels, which are the purple lines. And for this sort of example, I made the upper, middle, and lower band all the same color. So all the purple lines are the standard out-of-the-box Keltner channels. And then we also have the Bollinger Bands, which are the gray lines. And you can see that the Bollinger Band, also I made the lines all the same color. So they're gray, gray, and gray. And the great thing about the squeeze indicator is that you can see all of this information that you really need to know. You can see that in the indicator. And the way you can see that is when stocks start to settle down or consolidate before a big move, the Bollinger Bands tend to contract. And when they contract so much that they actually trade inside the Keltner channels, that is telling you that a big move is about to happen. The volatility is going to eventually expand. In this case, you can obviously see that LULU, the volatility expanded up. But I wanted to show you what this looks like on the squeeze indicator. So you can see on this day, this is October 27th, you can see that the Keltner channels or the Bollinger Bands traded inside the Keltner channels. And at that point, the squeeze had these red dots. And that's what the red dot means. It means that the Bollinger Bands are trading inside the Keltner channels. You need to look for a big move. In this case, the momentum indicator here is obviously moving up. The stock's in, a little bit of an uptrend, a sideways move here. And you see eventually the squeeze, we call this, fires off, and where the Bollinger Bands trade back outside. And now you have a volatility breakout to the upside. And then obviously the stock just kind of kept going here. So this is a great indicator for finding volatility breakouts. And what you want to be able to do is get into the move while the squeeze is forming, while the red dots are happening. That way you're ready for the breakout. So I'm going to switch over to the regular chart that I use that includes the squeeze, but I also want to show you where we did our entry and our exit. So this is the exact same chart, but I've changed my indicators a little bit since we already kind of know that the Bollinger Bands or Keltner channels are represented here in the squeeze. I've taken those off. I have some standard moving averages here on my 13 EMA, the purple line, 20 simple, 50 simple. And then I've added my DMI stochastic extreme. This is a great indicator for short-term overbought, oversold conditions. And so I want to go through the trade as we did it in our service. So again, the squeeze indicator was telling us that there was a volatility breakout coming, and what we need to do is figure out what direction we think that's going to go. Obviously, the squeeze is moving up, but we also here on this day, on October 30th, you can see the squeeze had been forming for 3 or 4 days here. This is a daily chart. We were oversold, and we got a buy signal on the stochastic extreme. So this is the day that we bought calls. Now, this was the end of October of 2014. We bought some out of the money December calls, and basically we held through that. You see eventually as the squeeze fired long, we got a move up into this level. Now, this coincided with a previous level. We took half of our profits here. This was for just over 100% gain. So in a matter of 2 weeks or so, we got 100% gain. Now the short-term indicator here also is telling us that we're overbought. And then we also got a sell signal. So we raised our stop, and our stop never got hit. And then as the sell signal, even though it came down here, the price never actually moved lower to stop us out. But then a strange thing happened here with the momentum bars on the squeeze indicator. Actually, we got 2 momentum bars in a row. Actually, we got 3. This is telling us that the initial volatility breakout is done. It doesn't mean that the stock can't go any higher than it did. We actually held on to that second half and we exited on this day. This actually coincided, I don't have it shown here, this coincided with some previous levels. So we went ahead and took the rest of our profit off. And net, we got about a 200% gain on the entire trade with our first and second exit. So I'd love to hear your feedback about this video and the squeeze indicator and what you think about these indicators. So please leave a comment on the video, give us a thumbs up, and I hope you guys found this helpful, and we'll see you next time.